So this session is just going to be a quick video on workflow. So if you're using multiple forms of software, kind of the sequence that you need to go about to upload that information. So let me share my screen. Now all of the templates for uploading products into software is in the matrix in the templates and how-tos module. So we're talking about uploading things into Seller Central, uploading things into Seller Engine, App Eagle, and Inventory Lab. So I'm just going to walk through, probably not walk through, but just illustrate how you want to go about doing those things. So the first thing that I recommend is putting all of your products together on one Excel document and creating a buy list, because what you put in that buy list should be all of the information that you will need to import the data into these other templates. There is a purchase tracking template sheet that has some buy list templates on there. So if you use Scoutify or Profit Bandit, there are templates there. If you buy products online, there's a template for that. Santosh is going to make one for us to add to that purchase tracking template if you use his software for your OA or wholesale purchases, to just add that information right on there. So then the first step is adding your products to Amazon. And if you can do this multiple ways. You can add them either by uploading them in bulk or individually to Seller Central, or you can add them to Seller Engine, which will then add that to your inventory. Seller Engine is used for creating shipments. If you manipulate it, you can kind of determine where your products are going to be going. Now, when you put things on Amazon, it sometimes takes a little bit for it to be live and active. If you upload products to Seller Central, directly to Seller Central, if you do it in bulk, it can take 15 to 30 minutes before those products are actually live on the platform. So you want to give it some time to get live on the platform before you start putting it in the other pieces of software. So the next place that you want to put it is into Inventory Lab with your buy costs in there. And the reason that you want to put it into Inventory Lab, or if you're using AMZ control, that's fine too. But the reason that you want to put it into Inventory Lab is because Inventory Lab calculates and tracks how those products perform. So it can be a great way to run reports, see what's selling, see what's not selling, see if something was returned, if there was a refund, if something was reimbursed, if something was added back into your inventory or missing from your inventory. So it's definitely a great tool to be able to utilize and have. We also use inventory to run a lot of our reports for our account and for our Amazon account. So it's a good software. So yes, yeah. AMZ control. It's like Inventory Lab. We have a software discount with them where you get 4 months free. So it's AMZ control is better because you can put in other outside costs that don't have to do with product inventory. Like you can put in how much you pay your VAs. You can put in your software costs. You can put in all of those things that we discussed on day one. You're going to do things a little bit differently just because you're starting out. Some of this software isn't advisable to get until when you're further down the road, just because it's a cost. Yes. And right now it doesn't justify that cost. So like right now, I do recommend getting Inventory Lab or AMZ Control. AMZ Control, you get 4 free months. So I would recommend getting AMZ Control. Seller Engine, you don't have to worry about that right now, and App Eagle, you don't have to worry about that. Which brings me to my next step, which is putting items into App Eagle. Now, App Eagle won't function unless you have put your min prices in there. So it's important that you go in and put those products with their mins and their maxes into Amazon. So even if you apply that strategy to those ASINs, it won't start tracking those ASINs until you have put in the minimums and the maximums, mainly the minimums. It's the repricer. It's also called Inform.co. They changed the name a while back, but a lot of people still call it App Eagle, but it is a repricer.
How do you price this product? Do you have any percent off or maybe
there is a formula that we use for the min and the max. So yes, we do have a template. There is it's App Eagle buy list template.
Yeah, because I was confused. Okay, how we can know that what's the best price when we use the extension of the software?
There is a formula in here that Ike created.
I see that a lot of people sometimes go very, very high to the prices. I say the people can buy that difference.
Yeah.
Reduce the prices.
Yeah.
For example, one person that is there, which is the price is 20, sometimes they are selling $80. And I don't know, they say, if you want to buy at that price.
Yeah, it depends on what the product is and what the demand is for that product, and then how hard or easy it is to find that product. So you'll see a lot of this during Q4. A lot of toys that are normally priced at a lower price point will skyrocket during Q4 because the demand is there. So like right now, there is an LOL surprise selling on Amazon for $29, but there are also some that are selling for in the hundreds of dollars. So let me see if I can pull it up.
And then in Amazon, we sell the of the demand.
It depends on the demand of the products, and also like during Q4, this is going to change a lot. So like there's not really a set strategy during Q4.
For example, I used to sell products that sometimes they are like not our staff, but the companies don't do it anymore.
Discontinued. So those discontinued products, if there is a demand for them, you can price them a little bit higher.
Yeah, just a little bit like, for example, I sell a lipstick for regular price $40.
Mm-hmm.
If they are discounted, I put like 25.
So if you have some, if they are flying off of the shelves or they're selling quickly, raise the price even more. So you kind of have to play around with it.
Because
so
I was concerned about this sale. Okay, the regular people price like $40.
Yeah.
But if I put like $40,
yeah,
it's like
you have to play around with it. So if it's at the price and it's selling a little, like it's selling quick, then raise it up. And if that sells quick, raise it up a little bit more. Sam has a story about a product that they did that on. That was selling really well, so they kept raising the price on it. So you kind of have to see how it goes. Now, if you're just raising that price off the bat and no one's buying it from you, then you kind of like overplayed what you were going to do there.
But sometimes I think you have to make a balance because I have a product that I can sell like less, but I can sell more products. I can get more profit.
Yeah. So there definitely is a balance, and sometimes you have to take that product by product. So sometimes there are general rules in place, but you will have products that will be outside of those general
For
rules.
example, if I put the price to $40, but I'm going to sell just one online, I put in 30, I can sell like 30 products, right?
Hmm.
Better for $30.
Yeah, it depends. If you can like maybe get 35 and still make money off of it, then you can still make money off of it. So you kind of have to find that balance.
Or even the sellers,
Yep, yep.
because sometimes they just put lower.
But you also have to take into consideration who your competition is. Are they merchant fulfilled? What is their seller rating? Because some people do look at that. Like they may not buy a product from someone who has 87% feedback, but they might buy from someone that has 100% feedback. So you also have to look and see who your competition is, to determine if you want to do that. Because if you're the only FBA seller on a listing and your competition is low, you can put price higher than them because you can provide that 2-day shipping. So that's something to think about. It all depends on who your competition is.
But do you think that most buyers in Amazon, they are looking into different stores or just buy direct to Amazon? For example, if I know that they can buy Walmart cheaper and we sell like on Amazon higher.
Sometimes they do look around, but sometimes just for convenience they don't. Like for example, I spend a lot of time working. So I don't get to go out to stores and buy things as often as I want to.
Even now, there's direct to the store online. They can find direct to the store.
But online, Walmart online is not Amazon online. Absolutely not. Like I ordered a box of items from Walmart online. Number one, it's not going to get there in 2 days. It took forever to get to my house. And when it got there, the stuff inside of it was destroyed. And then like they pretty much told me like, oh, well, there's not a lot we can do about it. We can refund you the money, but I'm still out of these products. I've waited this long period of time. Now I need to go somewhere else and find them. So yes, there are other opportunities, but Walmart online is not Amazon online.
Okay, but if the buyers on Amazon, they buy more confidence.
Yeah, because Amazon is trusted. Yep. I mean, I personally will probably never ever again order from Walmart.com based off of that one experience because I have Amazon and things like this happen to people and then they tell other people about it. Like if someone came to me and they said, oh, I'm thinking about buying this product online from Walmart, I would tell them not to do it because of my experience. So that's something that you kind of have to think about. Like there have been times where I've had issues with products on Amazon and it gets taken care of right away. Like there's no delay, there's no issue. Like I seriously, Walmart told me my box was delivered. It was at the post office and stuff was leaking out of the box and they would not deliver it to my house. But I had no way of knowing that until I called the post office instead of Walmart trying to figure that information out for me. So it was just a horrible experience across the board. So you have to kind of take that into consideration. And yeah, yeah. And also you have to think Amazon does have, if you're a Prime member, and Amazon has a ton of Prime members, you get 2 free day shipping. In most places, the average shipping is like 5 to 7 business days. Now, I've gotten used to getting Prime stuff delivered to me. So anytime that I have to wait for a package to come, it is the most aggravating thing because I have gotten into the habit of things coming to me in 2 days. Like if I order clothes from somewhere and it's like 5 to 9 business days, those are the 5 to 9 longest days of my life. Like, so people get into the habit of convenience and customer service, which is why, sadly, Amazon sides so often with their sellers, or not their sellers, with their buyers, because they know the power of word of mouth marketing, word of mouth advertising. Anytime my boyfriend says, oh, I need to buy something, I go, look on Amazon. Look on Amazon. Like all the time I say it to him. Exactly, exactly. And it's convenient. You just go on your cell phone. You don't have to go to the store. You know, if you have Prime, it's going to get here in 2 days. So the convenience is a huge factor in just people buying things on Amazon. All right. So I'm going to end this session. I hope that this helped everybody with their workflow so that they have an idea of what that looks like. I'm going to start the next session now.